buddy David over here. Go ahead and wave, yay! He's been taking me around. So we're trying to get to the Temple of Literature that's over there, but crossing the street is very challenging. There was some guy chasing fish and ducks, and there were dragons. It was a little confusing. I still have no idea what was going on. We saw someone just walking in the middle of the street with a dog, like straight through 5 different directions of traffic, but it's certainly different. Hey! Just walked inside and toured the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, which is right over there. It's pretty powerful because you can walk in and you actually see Ho Chi Minh's body that's been embalmed. It's very quiet, you can't take cell phones, they move you through quickly, but it really does look like a real person there. It's made of marble to withstand any bombs. This over here, there you go, that is one of their colonial palaces, and when Vietnam gained its independence from the French, our guide was telling me that Ho Chi Minh was able to live there but decided not to, and the reason for that is that he knew how poor most of the country was and didn't want to himself be living in luxury. So instead he moved here, which is just across the property. This was an electrician's house. Then became his home. Just 3 rooms. Eventually the leaders wanted to leave the electrician's house and they built this, still modest, but much nicer. And it is elevated and stilts. We are heading into the Temple of Literature, built for Confucius, where there are spirit animals, I guess, guiding it and guarding it, so only people with good spirits can enter. These steps right here are built to prevent the flood, but also to keep out ghosts, and if you walk over them, immediately you are bowing towards the temple that you're going to. So that is Confucius. And on both sides are his most talented students. The Temple of Literature, also the first university of Vietnam, and that was in 1010, so a really long time ago. And then over here, whoop, there we go, that is where the students actually studied many, many years ago. Going into what the American pilots had nicknamed this building over here, the Hanoi Hilton, but it's had many other names because it was a prison for the Vietnamese initially during the French colonization or occupation of the area. But coming in here, it was very, you know, like you would expect at any prison. It's depressing, it's sad, it's terrible. Obviously, with my interest in the American side of things, it was an interesting perspective to see the small section that they had, but specifically the dedication for John McCain. A few photos, but not too much. I was actually kind of surprised at that. It was clear the focus was on the Vietnamese people and all the different years that they have suffered and been imprisoned and political prisoners. Heading into the Nok Sun Temple in the middle of the Hoan Kiem Lake, which I'm sure I'm butchering one of these pronunciations, but there's that really pretty bridge to get in, and then I'm about to head inside. This is the most visited temple in Hanoi. Don't know if I would put that on your must-see in Vietnam or even Hanoi list. It was pretty small and not much to see, but the lake's cool. Walking through the markets, and there is everything that you could want. I passed flowers, I've passed meat, I've passed spices, I've passed North Face vests. I mean, there's backpacks up here, baskets, wraps, dresses. I certainly packed light, but I could have packed a lot lighter. I mean, look at all this stuff. Everywhere, it's just block after block of it. Went to the puppet show. It was pretty cool. It was very unique to this region. The music was neat, but it was a little confusing. I still have no idea what was going on. There was some guy chasing fish and ducks, and there were dragons, and they were fire breathing at some point. So I didn't really get what was happening, but overall I'm glad I went. It wasn't too terribly expensive, and it was different and unique.